This is not creepy at all. It's just after 6 a.m. on Wednesday the 30th, and couldn't sleep anymore, so I just packed up and started hiking. It's chilly, but it's okay once you start moving. It's foggy, misty. Trail's good though, it's all sand. There's no rocks, so I don't have to worry about tripping. Yeah, last night was okay for sleeping, sort of. I mean, I was dozing than actually sleeping, but I was warm and there was no wind and there was no rain, so the conditions were good. I just have to get used to sleeping in a tent again. So last night I didn't socialize or anything with the young people. I just went to sleep, lie down, and I did a lot of massaging my legs and my calves and my feet in the middle of the night. I did a little bit of a stretching in the tent, and I'll stop in a little while once it starts to get light out and have some breakfast. Here's my first gate. Looks like people go around it that way. Nope, didn't go under the wires. I just squeezed myself through there. Okay, carry on. Obstacle number 1, done. Check. It's almost tropical with the birds and all the bushes, the mist. Nice trees. I think down there is Hauser Canyon, and then I have to climb up here to Lake Marina. My plan today is to get 15 miles in. I don't really want to do that many miles, but I had booked myself a room at Mount Laguna, one of the tiny houses, for tomorrow night. And because I started a day late due to the weather, I've got some hiking to do. So I think I can do it. I did 10 yesterday. I could probably do, and I only had 6 hours to do it. So I started at 12. Today I started at 6. So I could probably do it. We shall see. That is my goal. Compared to the trails that I train on in North Ontario, this is really smooth. I'm used to stepping over rocks and roots and trees. I don't even really need trekking poles at this point. I'm sure that will change. I mean, I know it's not all going to be like this, but this is a good start to the beginning of a journey. They say the first few days or the first week, go easy because the trail is fairly smooth and you can do some good miles, but go easy because your body is not used to it. So I understand why now, because the trail is pretty smooth. I'm at 14.5, almost down to Hauser Canyon, and I've come to a fork in the road. So there's the road That's where I came from. And then down here is where I'm supposed to go. Day 2 and I went the wrong way. I came from that road and the road goes straight, but it also turns this way to go down, and I just assumed that that's the way we would go. I did check my GPS and either I looked at it wrong or whatever, but so I went down, 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 and eventually is a dead end. So I have to climb. I climbed back up, and I'll just go straight. I did see a marker, but it's going the other way, but there's a lot more footprints on this road than there was on the other down road, so I need to go with that. I just spent, I don't know, a good half hour or more wandering around back and forth. So I came off this trail onto a road. I followed the sign, I turned right, and then I followed that curve that went down, and that was a dead end, so clearly that was the wrong way. So I came back up and I continued to go walking the way I was going. And then I looked at the GPS to double check, and it showed that I was going the wrong way. Like, what? So I'm all confused. So I thought, maybe I turned the wrong way when I came out of the bush. So I turned around and I went back to where I came out of the bush. And I saw another hiker there, so that was nice. And he said, no, I was going the right way. I'm like, well, why is my GPS telling me I'm going the wrong way? Well, I made it down to Hauser Creek, even though I got turned around a little bit, wasted some time. So I'm at the bottom. It's gonna go 5 miles back up, and I've got wet tent. So I'm drying it all out because I don't want to hike up any more weight than I have to. Can have a snack and do some stretching and just relax for a little bit before my 5-mile climb up. This is the big one. This is the big challenge at the start of the trail that everyone talks about. So my quads and my gastrocs got a good workout coming down here. So now I'm gonna work out my glutes going back up. Break number 1 up Hauser Creek. Now at the top of that ridge is where I started, and that's where I got all confused with the road, which way to go. There's a road that goes all up across it, and I went all the way down to that canyon, which is Hauser Canyon, and now I'm climbing up. There's 2 hikers, 2 female hikers up front of me, and then 2 guys here too that I'm gonna let pass. 45 minutes in, break number 2. This is the water cache tree. Kind of looks like Muskoka, except for, the cactuses. I'm at 17.5, 2.5 miles to go until I get to the resupply town. Gonna have a shower, and then I'm gonna relax for a while, a couple hours, and then hike another 5 to somewhere. It's 1 o'clock on the 30th, and I made it to Lake Marina, mile 20. I had a shower. That's the first thing I did. I found the shower. I put in my 3/4, 75 cents for a 6-minute shower. I had a little tiny bit of soap from the hotel, so I didn't wash my hair, but it was fine. And it was so nice. Let's talk about my water situation. So I started the trail with 2.5 liters and this, I don't know, Gatorade, I guess. And then when I got to mile marker 4.4 or whatever it is, I filled up another liter. So I had, what is that, 3.5 liters of water plus that Gatorade bottle to make it here. And I actually have a liter left in here. So I only drank about 2 liters of water today. Well, since I started, since 4.4. So that's pretty good. And then a lot of it's to do with I really rehydrated before the trip. I probably drank 3 to 4 liters 3 or 4 days before I started my hike, and the night before I drank and I drank and I drank. On the shuttle ride here, I had a liter of water I was drinking, so I knew that I was going to be okay. Plus, it wasn't all that hot yesterday. It was pretty overcast, so that helped. So plan of action now is just to hang out and chill for a couple of hours, see if I can have a nap somewhere, dry out my stuff, and maybe go to the Malt shop. I don't know where all the other hikers are, but I'll find them. Trying to find the trail after Marina. So it looks like you have to go through the campsite, so you get off the trail that you were following. You could go right to the Malt shop, which is what I did. I had some chicken fingers and fries. And then you go through the campsite, past the bathrooms. There's a couple of outlets in the bathrooms. There's one on the outside wall outside. Just keep looking for it. It's near the bottom. Let's go around the whole building, and then there's one in the women's washroom anyways. So I had a couple, probably about 3 hours off, and I need to go hiking some more. It's 4 o'clock, so let's see if I can get 3 hours in. This feels like desert. Opened, sandy, low shrubs. So I should tell you, just for the record, I spent $20 in the Malt shop at Lake Marina. I bought a Gatorade, water, a liter of water, and I bought beef jerky, and I bought chicken fingers and fries. I couldn't eat all of my fries, I actually gave them to somebody else. And you can also fill up your water with clean water at the Malt shop for 35 cents a gallon. So that's pretty good. I do that over filtering. Isn't this pretty? Grassy trees. 2 more miles.